Yeah, check. Yes, yes, yes. We live? We should be live. Yes. Yes. We're indeed. We live? We should be live. Yes. We're indeed. Okay, so I am about to start working on. Well, I hope you're all good. It's nice to be back. I haven't done one of these in a couple of days, and I thought I have a good opportunity today because I was asked to look at a ghost production. So I advertise my services on Fiverr as a ghost producer, and I had someone getting in touch, and their brief was let's see. So they've got a track that's nearly finished, just looking to smooth out the transition between sections and give it more of a classic house vibe, like Calvin Harris meets Toolroom. You also want to make sure the drums and the groove feel right. Not sure if the kick is a bit too EDM. Would love to tighten the mix too, especially the vocals and overall separation. So I'm gonna give myself an hour to go through this, and then I will come back to it later. I have my little Flow Pomodoro watch, which, by the way, if you're looking for something like this one is really cool because you can float around, so you can put it, if you've got two screens, it's quite handy. Cool. I'm about to start the clock. We're on. I've got the files here. And let's load it into Ableton. Select it all. I drag it and then I hold Command. That way it gives me new tracks. We are on 126 BPM. Let's have a listen. Sweet. I'm just going to organize this so I get drums on a group first. And the reason why I'm going to start with drums is because drums are at this particular style and this particular track. I feel like the drums and the bass will be you can think of it as the macro ingredients for cooking. Same way you need oil, and you need the right amount of oil, and the right temperature for the fire. So you've got to get the foundation right, and that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, we're nearly there with the drums. If you're watching the stream, if you're in, let me know where you're dialing from. I really want to connect to more people online and just get to know about their background in music and history, and basically looking to make online friends. Cool, we've got the drums. I'll leave the bass up there. And let's get the synths in its own thing. I'm gonna call this one atmospheric stuff. Atmos. Yo, what's up? Aditya. Where you dialing from? I'm gonna classify this one as atmospheric. Oh, nice! Play piano and sing, man. That's great. Do you have any music? Anything that I could have a listen to? Actually, I'm gonna do a vocals group because there's quite a lot of them. And we've got some more vocals here. Piano, we'll leave that on its own. I'm looking for synths. Here we go. This is kind of like a keys synth sound, but I will add this to the synth group. Basically looking at things that are giving harmony to the track. So we'll call this synth piano. And we've got some vocals here. Some risers. This is some atmospheric stuff. Vocals. Atmos. Golden Hour by JVKE. I don't know that track actually. I'll do some research later. Keys. There's a hi-hat coming, or like a shaker, so that's going to go into the drums. What else? This is going to go into the atmospheric stuff. Come on, Ableton. Snare roll into drums. Atmos. Nearly there. How long was that? It was about 10 minutes in. Great. It helps that the tracks are named. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Piano. That goes into synth and piano. Strings. I'm going to put that into synth and piano for now. The lead goes into synth and piano. Oh, nice. Different standard tuning. That's going to go into the Atmos. This is a sweep. That's going into the Atmos. Sweet. So I'm just going to listen to drums and bass for now, because that's one of the requirements on the brief, is to make sure the drums and the groove feel right. So one of the things that the buyer pointed out, which I also agreed, is that maybe the kick drum is too like hard techno, maybe, you know, there's too much top end to it. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of top end information there. So let's take that off. still very knocky. Let's have a quick listen at a reference to see where do we want our kick drum to be sitting.
Toolroom Radio. Yeah.
This is one world, one family, and Toolroom Radio brings us together. We understand, love, and
This is Toolroom Radio.
That's another record doing some.
This is Toolroom Radio.
That feels like the right record to kick things at Toolroom Records. It's the hottest record in the world right now with the Killer Cut.
Yeah, this is giving me more like house, less EDM. And usually EDM will have quite a lot of top end, whereas the house kick will have less for sure. But still quite punchy. There's a cool thing I like to do is I have this plugin called Sound Source, or it's a software actually, it's because it's installed in my operational system, and I can come over here and add a what's it called? Let me just check the name of the plugin. Stereo processor. And that allows me to solo specific bands, and I can do that whilst listening to Spotify, so it's basically saving me time to having to download the reference track. Let's have a listen to the kick drum. So you can hear like the subby sine wave coming from it. If you have good headphones, or if you've got speakers, or not good headphones, but just headphones that will give you some of that low sub information. Let's check the knock of it, so the low mids. I don't know that plugin Kickstart. What does that do? I think you mentioned this plugin before. And I'm not really hearing a lot of the kick drum at the tops, so the high band. There is some in the high mids. The other thing I like to do is to listen to just the sides of the mix. I use this free plugin called VX Solo. And you can tell that, because sometimes modern productions, and I would say probably a lot of EDM productions will have the kick drum on the sides, or not the kick drum itself, but a transient sound which will be layered to the kick drum, and that will give you side information, so it really fills the mix up. Whereas more traditional house and techno, I would say that, obviously this is not a rule, but I would say a lot of the times it's not what you find, and we can tell that by, and this is why it's good to make sure, instead of working with guessing games, do your diligence and do some do some of the, this is what I would call the groundwork of like the referencing. So we can hear on the sides we have snare claps, vocals, synths, obviously the reverb. I can hear the sidechain as well, which is good. So I'm not just feeling it, but I'm also hearing it now, and that's just makes things. You just basically approaching the mix, and it makes you think in a different way and feel and hear in a different way. Let's have a listen to the mid information. So another thing that's jumping out is that the bass seems to be quite mono. Sometimes the bass can be to the sides. Oh, no, it's there. It's definitely stereo or wide. The risers. The tambourine. But yeah, I would say the main thing is that the kick drum is not to the sides. Let's compare it to our track. Let's have a listen to the sides. It makes you do a head bob. Man, whatever makes you do a head bob, I'm in. If this plugin, if I can press a button and I'm head knobbing or I'm head bobbing. Oh, I need to start getting some funny sounds on these as well. We want mastering. I'm going to switch any mastering plugins off for now, but I do want the metering going. Key space. Yes, that is what I use. I love it. It's got such a rich and deep sound to it. Keyscape, you mean, right? It's quite similar, key space and keyscape, but yeah, I got confused there for a second. I thought that I was using key space, but I'm pretty sure it's called keyscape. Have you used it before? We want metering. Another great free plugin by Yolian. Oh, nice. I was confused. This is just a metering plugin, but it tells me my peaks and my loudness range, which is always useful. I also like to have a separate channel for my mastering chain, and so I don't do the mastering in the actual master track, but I send all of my tracks into a O master. In fact, I do into an O mix because I can do my my filtering in the whole track, if I wish to do so. And then the all mix goes into the all master. So you basically select all your channels, send your audio to all mix, and then out of all mix you send to all master. The other thing I like to do, just to make sure, is to disable all sends. And in Ableton you have to select a monitoring in for the track to receive audio. But once you select monitor in, you're also telling Ableton that if you have anything plugged in to your interface, that it will be reading from there. So you just got to come here to your audio from and select no input. So now we should have all of these tracks coming into all mix, and then all mix will be sending out into all master, and then out of all master goes into Ableton's master. And that's what we have. So I'm gonna send this to all master. And all master becomes essentially just my mastering chain with any plugins. But the actual Ableton master becomes where my referencing happens. So, for example, I can listen to the sides of the mix now. And I can hear that the kick drum from the original, from the kick drum that was sent to me, it contains information on the sides. So that's the first thing for us to look into, or for me. And I'm going to mono this kick drum and see what happens. The way to do that is you come to Utilities in Ableton, and then you flip the phase of these two. Sorry, that's not how you do it. You just press mono. And you can check by solo in. We have the sides selected. If we turn the plugin off, we're now hearing it, audio going into the sides. If we turn the plugin on, no audio goes to the sides, and that's what we want. I'm just hearing the size of the mix for the drums. And let's compare it to our reference. We could do with a shaker, you know, or like a tambourine style. I'm basically going to do some work on the groove, but whilst I'm doing work on the groove, for me in electronic production, doing work on the groove also means doing work on the mixing and on the production. I think those things are all in somehow they're like interlinked, and it's a variety of skills. Let's listen to the kick drum. Yeah, we'll keep it mono. I'm also going to keep this low pass. So I'm gonna have a listen to just the bass and the kick. I'm gonna send everything else to this group. And then I'm gonna mute that. Here we go. Now we've got what I would call the source, the kitchen. And the way that I like to introduce swing and groove within a grid, because I'm originally a musician, so I think a lot about swing and groove. And I've been in situations where I apply those things live, so I am deliberately thinking how much swing or how much groove. Like, groove is a bit of a misnomer, so let's talk about specifics. Like, I'm deliberately thinking about the swing and about the push and pull, tension and release, how much ahead I want a specific track to be. Does the kick drum sit ahead of the beat, meaning to the left of the grid, or does it sit later in a lazy way, which is to the right of the grid? What do I mean about to the right? Well, there's a couple of different ways you can do that. You can literally come here. I would turn the grid off by doing Command 4, and then I can drag it to the left. That means the kick drum will be earlier, meaning ahead of the beat. Or you can drag it to the right later. The other way you can do this, if you want to do it faster, and let's say you have lots of these, but they're all chopped like that. You can select it all, sure. But there is a faster way of doing it. If you come over here on Ableton, there's this little letter that says D. And pretty sure it stands for delay. And you can delay, you can go negative or positive on milliseconds. So I can tell straight away that one of the things, that's probably one of the things that's making the track very static and squared out, is that the kick drum is right on the grid, on the beat. And this is, it's been kind of introduced maybe in the last 20 years or so, when not only we have access, or not 20, I'm not sure, I'm not going to quote into dates, but I would say when technology advanced to a point where we can make music with computers and samples, it's kind of natural to think that you see a grid, you see a number, and you would think, well, that's where I have, the computer tells me that I need to fit the start of the sample within that number. And I think because we are humans, we tend to be very visual. It's very easy if you're making music in a computer to look at that number and think that that's where your samples have to land. But let me tell you, if you want to add swing and if you want your tracks to groove, that it's not the case. And I will show you. It's also very useful to listen to it with the bass on, because the drums and the bass are the kitchen. Let's drag it to the head of the beat. Hopefully you can hear the difference. And literally, I've only dragged, I'm not sure if this is a millisecond or not. I'm already hearing the difference. If you're watching this and if you hear the difference, let me know. And I'm going to duplicate. And we're going to have one ahead and one as it is. I don't have a schedule yet, Aditya, but I will, and I will let you know for sure. I will advertise on the channel. I'm still working around my working schedule, and sometimes it's difficult to keep the same time, but I want to keep more of a consistency. So you should give me a follow on Instagram as well if you wanna keep up with my musical projects, and send me your music, send me your stuff. Cool. Let's A/B it. Also, I do online music tuition, like music and music production, and these are very great for me because it's making me into a better teacher, hopefully. So if any of these advices are valuable to you guys, if you're producers, guys and girls, if you're producers or songwriters, or if you use the DAW, if you use Ableton or Logic to compose or write songs, let me know if these tips are useful, because that means I am doing something right. So there you go. We're dragging the top one to the left, maybe a bit more, and let's compare it. Hopefully you can hear it. When you drag something ahead, you're creating tension in a way, because it's as if you're waiting for something to happen. I would say we could probably exaggerate a bit more. I mean, that is grooving as hell. Let's A/B it. I really hope you can feel that. Maybe close your eyes. I'll do option 1. Option 2. Yeah, buddy. Maybe 2 ahead. Cool, let's play with the hi-hat, because that's the next thing along that will dictate swing and groove within this framework here. And we've got not only a hi-hat but a shaker. They seem to be playing, I can tell by the visuals that they're both playing at the same time, as in playing the same part. Taka, 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 taka. But the shaker is doing a double 2 notes. Donna, 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 donna. Hi-hat, just 1. And then another hi-hat. Open one gets introduced here. And we have a little groovy top loop. It has a tambourine, a hi-hat, open one, and a little digga-digga sound, digga-digga. Could be like some electronic congas. So let's play with the top loop. I'll turn the hi-hats off for now and just the top loop. Otherwise, there's too much information for you to understand, and it's like your brain can't comprehend it. Yeah, I do also feel like these need to be ahead. So we have the kick drum ahead, we've got the top loop ahead. Now let's bring... First, I'll turn the top loop off, and I'll just bring this one. just the open hat. I'll find where it sits, see if it makes me feel good. But then, remember, things need to also feel good, not only as like individual parts, but as the whole, the sum of it. Also feels, I'm hearing it quite straight, and we need to introduce more swing. And this is a way of doing it, and you have more finite control. I do know that people also use grooves. So why don't we try, let's try a house swing from Ableton. Just looking at the clock, we've got 21 minutes to go. But I'm okay with, it's worth spending more time. Well, it took me 15 minutes to get the tracks ready, but it's worth spending more time on the groove because then everything else will fit around it. What I mean, the groove is the drums and the bass. So we've got a house African and a house subtle swing. Let's introduce that. You can hear how swung that is. Let's see. How do you A-B that? Oh yeah, I remembered. You've got to, so you send your swing selection, your swing clip into the groove pool, and then you have to select which audio file or audio track you want to send that, you want that swing to be applied to. And the way you do it is down here. Maybe it's too subtle. Let's see the house African one. And I'll choose 1/16, which is the subdivisions, as the bass. It's subtle, but I can hear it. I will stick to my original plan, which is using these. And I'm going to exaggerate. You can hear it's now too much. So when do you know how much swing to apply? Well, you have to listen to it. There is no magic formula. Woohoo! Grooving. I'm just gonna add a quick limiter here just so that we get a nice pumping vibe for the folks, for the recording and the stream. In fact, I'm not gonna I'm not going to add a limiter because I don't want it to mess around with the groove. I'm just going to add volume. Or I can do that in the Apollo here. Wow. Vibes. Now let's we're gonna have to do the same for the shaker. And then let's check the bass. Yeah, I think the bass works well, being a little bit ahead, but not too much. Maybe the open cymbal is too ahead. Cool, I'm happy with that. We need to move on. So I'm going to do some separation work now, just by hearing that section there. I can hear that the piano is conflicting. And let's hear the size of the mix. So for example, this, so now it's more of like an elimination kind of game. Like that lead to me doesn't need to be, the low end of it doesn't need to be on the sides. I'm gonna do a quick mid side on this. And the way you do that, there's not a lot of much information on the sub and the low, but I want to check the side info, and I'm going to subtract some of that low mids from it. Let's listen in context. We also need, because I'm paying attention now to the sides and left and right of the mix as well as front and back, I need to start thinking of the space that things are gonna live in, so the reverbs. I'm just gonna go for something that I know it works, and something that I am used to use it, which is this Lexicon emulation by Relab. It's really great. So I'm going to have two reverbs, one for the room and the other one will be my plate. You can have more styles of reverb. You can have spring. Sometimes I use room emulations, but usually I tend to do that for acoustic instruments, or more of not so much on the electronic style of things. One of my favorite plate reverbs is Shaperbox. Not because it only sounds great, but I also have quite a lot of control of the parameters. So I'm going to start distributing things in the mix. Like for example this, it not only sounds quite MIDI as like not much velocity to it, and you can tell by just looking at the waveforms. It could have been that not only it was played within a MIDI instrument, meaning you won't get the same dynamic relationship as you would if you played, if you recorded a real piano, but also it could be that not only it was played in MIDI, it was also looped, so not like a whole take of this was recorded, but more as like a loop of this was recorded and then you just copy and paste. Sometimes that's okay, and that's like what you're going for, if that's the style you're going for. A lot of EDM tends to have that, but for this specific case, especially by when I was chatting to the client about this brief, he mentions that he wanted to make sure the drums in the groove feel right. So to me, that means trying to make things a bit less static. And I'm going to use a couple of different tools for that. This is our room verb. I'm going to have the mix fully wet because this is on a return track. And then let's see what it sounds like with the plate. Listen to the size of the mix. Getting a lot of lows from this lead on the sides. I'm also gonna apply a bit of sidechain now to see. And for the sidechain, this used to be a mystery for me, but essentially what we're doing is I've grouped all of my instruments, so minors, drums, and bass. This is my group. And then I put a compressor on it, and then I'm telling this compressor here to pull audio from somewhere else, and that audio is going to be used as a trigger to create movement in this group. And I want the trigger that I want, the sound that I want to create the movement is my kick drum. So just make sure that I'm using the right kick drum. Let's call this kick ahead, because that's what we did. And now my input for the group is kick ahead. And you can actually solo and listen to your input to make sure you've got the right input. So you can hear when I solo that, I can hear a kick drum. And we can also visually see that that's a kick drum, because it's creating, the visuals are creating in time, being created in time with the same kick drum pattern. Now for sidechain compression, you've got to exaggerate so that you can hear it. So you want an infinite ratio, and then bring your threshold down. Turn your listening source off, otherwise you won't hear the sidechain. You just hear the kick drum. And hopefully you can hear that, how the sound breathes. If we turn this off, now with the drums. And I'm just going to find the right attack and release for it. If the release is too short, I'm hearing a little bit of like distortion in the sound. And then once you sidechain, you lose a bit of volume. So just make sure you gain stage your output. Because if I turn this off, it could also be a sign that your attack is too short if you're losing too much volume. Leave it like that for now. This is feeling a bit too static as well, and I just realized I've never moved this on the grid, so let's move it ahead. And I'm just following my thought process from what I did to the others. Yeah, it feels better. maybe 2 ahead. I'm going to apply something else which I normally do for individual sounds, and is essentially it's an LFO. I like to use Shaperbox for that because I can shape the LFO. And the quickest way to do this, you select audio as your input, and you have to turn the threshold down so Shaperbox audio input reads the audio that is that the plugin is on, and you can see visually there that now, because I've turned the threshold down but I've also turned the detail up to 100%, now the plugin's input reads it consistently. I'm going to create a hard point in here. Sometimes it's been triggered twice, and I don't want that. I just want to trigger it once. Now, obviously, this sound has gone from an open hi-hat to a very short hi-hat, but I want to try and find a in between. And we lost a bit of volume, but another thing that you can do is if you want to add some character to your sound, I like to use Shaperbox Drive. You hear, because this is an electronic hi-hat, there is noise. So it's quite cool if you can try some other stuff as well, obviously, but like, you know, you could go a bit wild if you wanted to. Adding movement to it, maybe turn the mix down. Now, all of a sudden, oh, that's my Pomodoro. I'm going to take a little break, 5 minutes, and then we're back. I need to drink some water, maybe just 2 minutes. So that was 60 minutes, good stuff. 5 minutes. I'll leave the track playing.
much too late. But I'm on a mission for you. On a mission for you. I'm on a mission for you.
We're back. Guys, people been devouring these banana shakes. Amazing. You can put some protein, like whey protein, and then rice flour, a whole banana, milk, and you're good to go. Okay, let's restart our Pomodoro. We've got 60 minutes. I'm going to be doing 2 hours on this today. So we've gone through an hour. Delicious. So the other thing that I need to watch out for is transitions. And I feel like the track comes out of nowhere. It feels more like if I was listening to this on a mix, but not an actual track, like not a separate entity. I'm going to try and apply a little, one of my little tricks. And this is why I set up a channel called All Mix. In fact, this channel should be called All Filter. And then this one, All Mix Master. On the All Filter channel, I'm going to add in, you guessed it, you have guessed it, my friend, but is a special type of filter. It's something I've designed within Ableton. If I can find it, then I will be in a good place. Audio effect rec. I called it DJ effects. We don't want delays and reverbs, so let's not do that one. I'm going to make sure all instruments are going to all filter as well. Let me just try a normal filter for now. Maybe if we do this just on the drums. What about drums and bass? If we group these. We start from the other side. Oh, that's annoying in Ableton. When you group something, it doesn't mean that it changes the routing. No, we want this group 1. Thank you. That could work. No, this side is best. Add a little bit of resonance. Let's call this bass. Drums. Now I'm going to try this but with reverb. Let's see. Not a delay because it's a rhythmic part. It repeats itself quite a lot. And it needs to retain its consistency, but just a verb too much reverb. Now let's keep it to just a filter for now. Okay, let's draw in this automation. So you press A. You can see you're in automation mode. And then we press our frequency. So you click on the frequency. That means that this line now becomes your frequency. And you can see up here it says auto filter frequency. You press where you want your automation to start. And then you press where you want to end it. So let's hear where the end should be. I would say around here, really. And now you can tell we want the filter to open and to start from around 758 Hertz, which is around here. And that's where it says there, about 700. And then the filter will be opening, opening, opening. Maybe 4 bars, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4. Do a little curve. The way you curve the automation line in Ableton is you have to be, you don't actually, you've got to be somewhere around on top of the line, and then you press Option. A little curve appears, and you can curve it upwards, we can curve it downwards. Here we go. And then you also want to make sure you turn the filter off. I do actually have a different rack. Let's see. Which you can automate not only where you want the automation to start and end, like so not only the frequency, the filter frequency, but you can also automate so the rack turns itself on and off. And let's see, where's that hidden? Auto filter plus res. Could be this one. So I'll turn this original one off. I'll just make sure this one is set to this shape. And then now, that's not actually moving it. So that's not what we want. What about this? Yeah, that's what we want. And I'm just going to rename these so it's not confusing. Ableton. Auto filter movement. I'll call this static. this is actually a low pass filter closing. And now I want this to go the other way around. Because at the moment, I guess we could start from the bottom. No, but that's not what we want, because I don't want it to start with any low end sound to it. I want the movement to do exactly what this one is doing, which is it's allowing only the top end to come in at the start. If I re-enable the automation, this is the top end information here. This is what's been filtered off, and it slowly introduces low end information. And that's not currently what it's doing here. So let me check on the mapping. So in Ableton, so this is, by the way, this is a rack that I've built. And you click map. And if we switch off these, so minimum, I want it to be at the top kilohertz, top frequencies, and the maximum bottom. Let's see now. No. I think what I'm going to have to do is instead is just change the filter type. Exactly. So instead of having as a high pass filter, you just change it to low pass. And then I just want to make sure that it also turns itself on and off. And the way to do that, I'm just going to check. Here's my auto filter device on. So if we come back to mapping, if we have this all the way up or down, means device off. And how do I map this device off to macro? How is it done on this one? I've done this racks a long time ago, so I'm just missing this this macro here, auto filter device on and off. device on, minimum and maximum. Not that. I'm going to have to come back to this. So let's just use this one for now. And then I'm just going to go back to automation. I click on and off. And I want this to be on at the start. And then turn itself off down here. I'm going to do some marking now so that my attention is towards arrangement and transitions. Just that clap for a second is bothering me, and I haven't done any work on it, so probably why it's bothering me. I'm going to also pull that in the grid, so it's ahead. I'm going to send it to a reverb. I also feel like this clap could also do with the filter. A bit of a filtering. And on Ableton's filter doesn't have a wet and dry knob, but you can create one by duplicating it while creating an audio effect rack. Then you have a wet signal and a dry signal. The dry signal has no plugin. The wet signal has the filter. You come to chain. You want both wet and dry to have the full blue line. But you want to fade in the wet. That's why you see this faded white line. The way you do that is first you introduce the blue line, which means this chain selector here will run from 0 to 127. That's to do with 127 different. It's just basically an arbitrary number. And you want to do the same for the top one, the dry. But then you want to fade, and you want it to fade so they're coming from opposite sides. As you can see there, it creates a faded line on top of the blue line. And for the dry, you fade in it, but you fade in from the opposite side. And now when you move your chain selector, you can see it moving up there. And that's what creates the wet and dry. You do want to make sure that your wet is 126 and not 27, because that means it's fully dry. So once you're in at maximum 127, that means there's no sound should come through. And we're hearing that. And why are we hearing that? That's because the dry. So you do want, do we want the dry there? You do want the dry but not the wet. And then obviously the further you go to the left, the drier it gets. And it's making the clap like quieter but also less intense. You do lose volume, but in this instance, I'm okay with that.
Just hold my hand when it's dark at night. We want the best, we just gotta fight for it. Yeah, oh yeah, for it. Yeah. And when it's dark at night, we want the best, we just gotta fight for it. Yeah, oh yeah, for it. Yeah. I'm on a mission for you.
There's a cool thing you can do before drops, which is create silence for tension. See if we can do that with the auto filter quickly. Nice. I'm just using my mouse for this because I want to make sure that that musically it makes sense what my idea is, and that I can do that with the mouse very quickly. So I like that. And that's basically me adding a filter onto the all instruments group, so I'm not affecting drums. And I'm moving the filter frequency, so it's closing the filter from the top. So it's a high pass filter going downwards. This whole filtering thing is confusing with like high and low, so I'm trying to get better at explaining it. But hopefully you can hear it. So I click on that. Let's make sure that the plugin is appearing when we go back to arrangement view. So double click on all instruments. That's the plugin there. Click on frequency, press A. Now you can see, or you can't see, and that's because this needs to be expanded. Now you can see their frequency. And we know we're in the right plugin, auto filter, and we know we are messing with the frequency. And we want, you can see the frequency is at 19 kilohertz. So it's at the top of the frequency range. And we're going to come down very abruptly. Nice. And then once it drops, you want the frequency to be back up, but also you want the plugin itself to be off. So you turn it off. That means now your automation is selected to turn the plugin on and off. We want it to be on within this range here. So you create a point at which you want the range to be. You can select all of this. You press Shift, and then you just you move your mouse upwards. I'm also hearing that we can do there with a impact sound, because now we've introduced tension. I feel like it needs a release, and there is something. Where is it coming from? It's from the drums. It's just not, it's more of a riser with a tail. But what I do want, I want an impact on the strong beat, which is the 1. And this is just a tail. So let's find an impact sound on splice. And by the way, if you're looking for these on Splice, they're called impact. I want it to be a one shot, not a loop. Let me just see if my splice is set to the right output. This one has a swoosh before the sound, but I'm gonna go for something that's more like straight, just impact. Like this, for example. It could be that there's not enough information on the top end, but that could be a good thing, because you might want it to be more felt than actually heard. And you can see there that the actual audio file doesn't quite start on where it drops. So I'm just going to drag that a bit. We turn it off. It's filling a nice frequency for sure. I'm not sure if not having as much top end is preferable. So I'm gonna look for something else, but I'll leave that there for now. Like this obviously has a lot more top end because it's pitched much higher, and it has a lot more transient. This could be what I'm looking for. I like to gain stage my sounds on the clips itself, and that way I always have my mixer with my faders on 0. It's just a thing, it's just personal preference. What's happening now is because we have a sidechain on this, and this is inside the sidechain group. The kick drum will affect what it sounds, and that means it loses the impact, and that's not what I'm looking for. So I'm just going to take this off the sidechain group, and then I'm going to group these again. And now it just carries it on, and it sustains itself naturally without any pumping effect. And if we turn it off, it's quite a big difference. Turn it down. It's quite similar to the claps on the build-up. So let's look for something that it's not as clappy. This could be cool. Much lower in pitch and frequency. Too long, I think. It needs to be more like sharp. Let me mess with the pitch of this, because it could give us, we could get a different timbre, and that could be enough for what I'm looking for. You're still hearing the clap on the sound design. What about that? It's a bit flammy. It's not impactful enough. That's quite cool. If I turn the pitch down, trying to get more of like a bigger sound. But the original pitch is nice within the whole track. But still too thin. This has got kind of a scary sound to it, but it might be too long. Let's try this one. Not quite. Maybe if he hits a little bit earlier, a bit later. Not quite. What about that? That's cool. It's coming in a bit late. It's like, sounds like there's 2 hits to it. So that's cool. That works. Okay. Another thing is going to add a big difference to the groove and the swing will be adding a shaker. So I'm going to do that now. Meaning a 16th shaker, because we do have a shaker here. But it's not going and that's what I mean by a 16th. Is like filling all of the subdivisions. And my preferred way and the quickest way to do this is by adding a splice bridge into the project. And then now we're going to splice. Type in shaker, select a loop. We know the bridge is working because this is blue, meaning it's activated. So if I just play anything now, it should play to the tempo of the project. Sometimes you have to restart playback. And I want to hear it with the hi-hat. And what helps as well, because I know that there's a lot of elements which have been dragged ahead of the beat, so to the left of the grid. I'm going to presume that is going to be the same for the shaker, so I'm going to do that on the actual splice bridge channel. I'm also going to turn this down a bit, this channel. I think that one works quite well. Let's roll with that. In terms of arrangement, I think it should come up once this hi-hat comes up. So let's download that. We just drag it in. Hopefully it should be in time. And just got to make sure to remember that whilst we were listening to it, we had it dragged ahead. So let's do that for this track as well. We'll turn the clip the gain clip. Maybe mess with the transient options to make it even tighter. If we bring this amount down and then select the single forward arrow Oh, and this is what's confusing, because I was like, well, this is not really doing much, and that's because we're still hearing the splice original. So turn splice bridge channel off. Now, solo the drums and bass. I'll go back to the original transient on the loop. This is what the original loop from Splice sounds like. Loop. Now I'm going to mess with the transient. So select the forward arrow and I bring the amount down. So we should, in effect, it makes the sample snappier and shorter. And then now I'm just listening to it to see where I think it fits. And now, because I've made the sample shorter, I've decreased the transient spacing. This sounds like it's too much ahead of the beat. And you change it. Once you change the transients, you change the swing. So you've got to be vigilant. And let's turn it down. You want to check your volume and you want to check how does it feels with that new shaker, just turn the channel on and off. I think this is a good level. It's becoming a bit messy around here, and that's because of the swing. So, but I do like it, what it sounds like in here. So I'm going to mess with this. Just duplicated that. I'm not sure if we need it coming in there. We might need a different type of shaker maybe to fit in with now with the because we had a change of pace in here. Something new was introduced, which is the open hat, and that's conflicting now with the shaker. Too swung for this, I think. Maybe we need this in its original form. I'm also going to take a bit of the top end of this shaker. He was taking too much of the attention on the mix. I'm just going to group these so I can apply that to the whole group. I'm just going to have a quick listen to the reference. Take the mid-side plugin off. I'm now listening to the kick drum energy. And I think we're in a good place, we're not far. Kick drum and bass are not conflicting, which is always a great sign. Let me check if the bass is... Bass got no stereo information, and I feel like it could do with some of it. So I'm going to duplicate this bass track, and I am going to bring this up an octave. And I'm going to cut the lows. So this is what I want to be kept with. Turn the clip down. And then I'm going to make this, I'm going to create a fake width stereo image to it. And one of my favorite ones to do that very quickly is this plugin by Clevgra called Haas, presumably from the Haas effect. Let's check our side information now. Not a lot, but some. Quite restricted there. I'm going to try a Microshift by Soundtoys. Now there's a lot of sides. I'm going to also take the top end off. Let's just make sure that delay is tight and detuned, because I don't want this. This is like a chorus effect. I don't want it to interfere with the timing of the groove. Now if we listen to the sides, it's actually quite pronounced. Let's add in the rest of the melodic and harmonic elements. And I think we can turn it down quite a lot, the octave up bass. I just want it to feel it. It'd be good for small speakers like computer speakers as well. And that piano part is bothering me for some reason. I don't know why. I think because there's sidechain. It's making it jump quite a lot. I'm just going to get rid of some of the transients on it. I could also change the mix amount on the I could also take the piano off the sidechain group. I think I prefer that. Yeah.
Much too late, but I'm on a mission for you. On a mission for you. I'm on a mission for you. Yeah, you gotta hold on me. I can't. Much for you. On a mission.
And let's do a bit of vocal mixing.
Yeah, you gotta hold on me. I can't. Much too late, but I'm on a mission for you. On a mission for you. I'm on a mission for you. Yeah, you gotta hold on me. I can't. Much too late, but I'm on a mission for you.
A lot of information on the lows there. I think that's cluttering the mix.
Yeah, you. Yeah, you gotta hold on me. I can't. Much too late, but I'm on a mission for you. On a mission for you. I'm on a mission for you. Yeah, you gotta hold on me. I can't. Much too late, but I'm on a mission for you. On a mission for you. Yeah, you gotta hold on me.
There's obviously like some kind of effect that's making it quite dirty and saturated. And saturation creates, it adds a lot of harmonics to the sound, so it creates a bit of, depending on how you apply it, it can make it quite messy.
Yeah, you gotta hold on me.
So I'm using a EQ to clean the lows, and then I'm using a mid side, so just cleaning the lows on the side. Because there's also some effects going on that. Yeah, there's some kind of like tail.
Much too late, but I'm on a mission for you. On a mission for you. I'm on a mission for you.
So this drop doesn't feel like it's dropped.
On a mission for you. I'm on a mission for you.
And this is a combination of things. It's like arrangement, it's mixing. And this is exactly why I'm here. I think by looking at the structure, this is the bit where it needs to drop full force. And currently it feels like the drop is like So somehow, unless I have the drums muted, somehow, yeah. So we need shakers, we need stuff happening there. We need, like this is what we need to be hearing now. I'm just marking things now so it's clearer to me how I should approach the I'm basically marking, I'm like dividing and structuring it into micro sections so that I can think of it in a macro approach. This is where the lead comes in, and thinking about elements, like where things drop in and out kind of situation, where I could add filters. I'm just going to save this and I'll have a little espresso break. I'll leave the track playing.
much too late. But I'm on a mission for you. On a mission for you. I'm on a mission for you.
All right. I'm fully caffeinated. Here we go. So I feel there's room here for silence. Let's try this. Nice.
night. We want the best, we just gotta fight for.
And then let's have a quick play with that vocal.
In this dark night, we want the best, we just gotta fight for it. Yeah, oh yeah, for it. Yeah. In this dark night, we want the best, we just gotta fight for it. Yeah, oh yeah.
There's a lot of not only vocals but reverb on this.
In this dark night, we want the best, we just gotta fight for it. Yeah, oh yeah, for it. Yeah. In this dark night, we want the best, we just gotta fight for it. Yeah, oh yeah, for it.
Maybe there is space for a bit of filtering on this.
When it's dark night, when it's dark night, we want the best, we just gotta fight for.
If we saturate a bit, drive it.
When it's dark night, we want the best, we just got. When it's dark night, we want the best.
No, it doesn't need it.
When it's dark night, we want the best, we just got.
Maybe for these ones actually, because this is more of like in the background.
When it's dark night,
Nice.
when it's dark, when it's dark night.
Saturate a bit, because now we lost volume, obviously because of the filtering, but then you can bring that back up, saturation. So essentially you're like taking something off and then re-adding it, but in a different context with a different timbre. Like you reshaping that sound, so you sort of you're creating a like a derivative of what you had.
When it's dark night, we want the best, we just gotta fight. When it's dark night, we want the best, we just gotta fight for it. Yeah, oh yeah, for it. Yeah.
I've got to remember to start looking at that camera.
When it's dark night, we want the best, we just gotta fight for it. Yeah, oh yeah, for it. Yeah. When it's dark night, we want the best, we just gotta fight for it. Yeah.
Let's see if there's any like filtering that could be done,
When it's
maybe.
dark night, we want the best, we just gotta fight for it. Yeah, oh yeah, for it. When it's dark night, when it's dark night, we want the. When it's dark night, we want the best, we just got. When it's dark night, when it's dark night, we want the best. When it's dark night, we want the best, we just gotta fight for it. Yeah, oh yeah, for it. Yeah. When it's dark night, we want the best, we just gotta fight for it. Yeah, oh yeah, for it. Yeah. When it's dark night, we want the best, we just gotta fight for it. Yeah, oh yeah, for it. Yeah. When it's dark night, we want the best, we just gotta fight for it. Yeah, oh yeah.
I kind of like that filtering, so I'm gonna put it in for now. shaker somewhere around there.
I can't be stopped, you know it. Never know. I can't be stopped, you know it. I can't be stopped, you know it. Never know. I can't be stopped, you know it. Just on my I can't be stopped, you know it. Never know. I can't be stopped, you know it. I can't be stopped, you know it. Never know. I can't be stopped, you know it. Never know. I can't be stopped, you know it. I can't be stopped.
We could have these in, but filtered.
I can't be stopped, you know it. Never know. I can't be I can't be stopped, you know it. Never know. I can't be stopped, I can't be stopped, you know it. Never know. I can't be stopped.
I think it's too much. And this is quite a long build up. Maybe the bass could come in here. I feel like this could be a filter somewhere there. Maybe on the all instruments. Nah, let's try on the whole thing. Actually, these are not going to all filter. That's because of me. All instruments, you want to go to all filter. Maybe on the drums. Let's try it the other way around. That's nice. Let's do that. Press A, frequency. Nope. Press right click, show automation. Now we've got frequency. Oh, but we're doing that on the drums, not here. That's why it was confusing. Click on drums, open the group. We got frequency there, so we're good. That's too abrupt, so make a little curve.
We want the best.
And then press on and off just so you can turn this on and off. So currently it's all off. We just want it on this section here. And then I feel like we're missing a transition impact element in there as well, which I had it somewhere for a different section, and it would be right there. I'm just going to look for a different sound for now. If we go impact. Turn bridge off so that I don't need to have my splice channel on in Ableton. That's our Pomodoro clock, so that's been 2 hours of production, roughly. Whoa, some of these are crazy. What about a little riser? Very loud, sorry. Unwarp it because you don't need necessarily to be tied to. We'll see what it sounds like. Nice, I like it. Maybe fade in a bit. I do feel like it needs also a impact. And maybe send it to a reverb. So it tails a bit more. Nice, I like what it's doing. I like the pitch. I like the stereo image. Let's find an impact. Something like that. Let's just make sure that the one, it's actually, the impact is hitting that one. I don't really like that sound. Not much definition to it. What about this if it's pitched down? Let's see. If you're watching this stream, if you've just joined, this is a track which I've been asked to ghost produce. I've been sent all the stems, but the client was struggling with, let me just reread the brief so I'm not talking nonsense. So you needed to smooth out the transitions between the sections, which is exactly what I'm doing now. And he wanted to make sure the drums and the groove feel right, which is what I've done at the beginning of the stream. So yeah, just to give you a bit of a background.
We want the best, we just gotta fight for it. Yeah, oh yeah, for it. Yeah.
Let's check out the pitch for this. That's better.
We want the best, we just gotta fight for it. Yeah, oh yeah, for it, yeah.
So this is kind of like a fake drop. I'm trying to work out if I like it or not.
We want the best, we
I think it's cool because this hi-hat and shaker come in. I'm considering replaying this piano part. It's a bit weird that the open hat comes in there and then it disappears. Maybe it's because this is off as well. That open hat comes in with the lead. And I feel like before the drop down, you should continue to build. Which is what the vocal, there's a new vocal line that comes in there, which is unfolding the narrative. But the drums don't seem to follow suit. Let's check the rest of the arrangement. Yeah, I think the main thing is that lead, when it drops it, suddenly, to me it feels like we lost momentum. What do we have here? Let's see. Maybe this could be a bit louder, you know? Let's add a delay to this because I do have to say I wasn't paying attention to this string sound. But now that I am, I can hear it, which is nice because it doesn't mean it needs volume as such. But I do feel that it could live in a more of a wider stereo field space. Just gonna go for my favorite delay. So classic waves. Let's just check. We're in full wet and we've got ping pong selected. Let's send that to it. Nice. check also the groove for the vocals, see if they need dragging. Especially this one, which is quite rhythmic. It sounds like it could have been done with AI, maybe. You can tell if something is AI created by. Like you can hear. You get a Pro Q. Or maybe not, it's just the effect. Sometimes mid-side is too much. This sound is sounding a bit too loaded to me yet, but I don't want to cut it too much. I'm going to try like one of these dynamic like spectral processing stuff. They can give some great results. Yeah, it seems to be cleared up a bit. This one. One thing I've noticed is that the vocals are in the group where the side chain is happening, and I'm not sure if that's the desired effect, so I'm going to take the vocals off that group. I can't be stopped, you know it. I can't be stopped, you know it. I can't be stopped, you know it. I can't be stopped. Versus. I can't be stopped, you know it. Yeah, I think I prefer it in the sidechain group. I can't be stopped, you know it. I can't be stopped, you know it. Let's get some EQing. I can't be stopped, you know it. 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 I can't be I'm just gonna do a bit of comparison with the reference track, which is inside Spotify. So that's hi-hat. I'm not sure if it should be that open hi-hat. I'm not sure if it should be stereo. Maybe that's what's not sitting quite right to my ears, which is this one here. So let me mono that. Yeah, much better. Let's compare it. Bit messy. Just gain stage it, so it's making it, monoing it, it's making it quieter. Actually, let me do this first in the chain. It's making it a lot quieter. And that's because I have an LFO in here. And because it's quiet, it's not triggering it properly, as you can tell. Just going to group these. Nice. We A-B it, the open hat. Listen to the open hat. It sort of gets lost. Much better. Let me just check how long is the full track. About 3.5 minutes, okay. Maybe this could be wider. No, it's quite wide. Bit of verb. Let's create some space for this piano as well. So this is where it doesn't make sense to me to have like 4 bars or like 16 bars of like non-drop, especially because this has happened already over here. And this to me is the golden ratio of the track, is where when you're getting to about 80-85%, it needs to be the absolute beast. So I'm going to take an executive decision and I'm going to delete this part. In Ableton, you can do that very quickly. You just select your loop, right click, delete time. But obviously now we dropped it in the wrong chord. So let's redo that. Because we need to drop on that root note, which is and not. So really what we want shifted is drums and not the whole thing. Let's do that. So all of these. I selected the Command E and I just drag it like that. And this top loop needs to come in straight away. There's something not quite right sitting with the groove. So I'm going to investigate that. And I'm going to take the vocals off just because they are distracting. Be the piano relationship to it could also be pull this kick drum even. In fact, I'm just going to leave it. Just going to try something here. Hopefully you can hear that. We lost a bit of tail for the kick drum. Bit of compression. Sounds better to me. Listen on the mix. Turn the LFO off. It's a bit clearer. Bring the release down so it's even snappier. What else? That's hi-hat. Maybe there's too much hat going on, too much of that frequency. Need a more aggressive shaker as well. And the claps, they should come in straight away. I think I'm having the same problem with that hat, which is the width. Where is the other hat which I've messed with the width? I thought it was this one. Maybe I lost what I've done. Let's see how wide this is. This is cool. Maybe bring it up a bit. This is for sure struggling, fighting. These two are like living in, even though one is wide and one is narrow and mono, they're living in very similar frequency spaces. So I've got to think which one do I tackle and where from? My instinct tells me. Let's get rid of the tops for no, that's not nice. Let me have a listen to them in. Maybe this has got too much. better. Let's feel it with a drop. Could do with a little kick drum, kicky trick. Do. Let's try that. Not liking that because the claps. But something needs to go, or just need some kind of filtering there. Nice. So this needs to turn itself off on. Apologies. Right there. No, and he wants to go up. And then off. Nice, and then an impact. I'm going to have to head off, but this has been really great. I am exercising also a muscle for finishing tracks, productions, tasks, projects. This is why I'm using a Pomodoro timer, and I would recommend it because that means I'm deliberately thinking about my time, and I'm thinking about if I dwell too much on something, it means that I shouldn't probably be trying to correct it, and I just move forward. This is one of the hardest things about production and music and creativity. There's too many options. When do you know how to move forward? Well, you don't actually know how to move forward. You just do it. I hope this was useful. If you want to apply... if you want to use this, if you're looking for a timer or a Pomodoro timer, I would recommend this one. It is called Flow, and it's cool because you can unlink it from most Pomodoro timers will live up here, but you can undock it and put it wherever you want. You can also choose how long does your flow lasts and breaks. Right, I'll see you in the next one. If you're looking for any production, ghost production, mixing, songwriting, I'm also doing online one-to-one lessons. I really enjoy teaching. Hopefully you can tell by this, and if you think that this is valuable, have a look at my links on my YouTube homepage, and you find a link where you can book a free introductory lesson with me, where we go through and you explain to me, you show to me, and you talk about your music activities and your projects and where you are, what you're trying to achieve, and based on that, and then based on my knowledge and my skills, I will come up and develop a program that's specifically tailored for you. So yes, get in touch. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.